Good evening, and welcome back to Cassini. Sorry it's been a month. It's been a month in 2020. You know what that's like. We don't have to explain it. But we're back again until holidays interrupt us again. So, just as a quick refresher, our crew has returned to Federation space, met our new crew members. Catharus is now the captain, to their own horror. And you've been ordered to go to Nimbus 3, where this whole wacky journey all started. And we're going to start... I think we're going to start in the ready room tonight, where it's our acting captain and their acting XO.
Who is DeSoto, correct?
Correct. It is DeSoto for the moment. Who I should probably put on the screen.
Oh, he's so tiny! Oh, there he is. Okay.
Rule 20 is not a huge fan of images. There.
What are we talking about?
The mission! So there has been a number of illegal piratey activities coming from Nimbus recently. It's all being very weird and hush-hush. Lots of weapons traffic, lots of illegal decalithium being transferred. No one wants red matter in the hands of anyone.
Ew, no, that definitely no. Do we know if there's any specific groups tied to it, or like individuals, or is it just random?
So DeSoto sits up and goes, well, the Orion Syndicate has been largely pushed off of Nimbus thanks to incidents in the last couple of years. So it's been a lot of independence. You know, your smugglers, your Ferengi, freelancers.
Okay, well, I don't know if that's better or worse, to be honest.
Neither do we.
I mean, they're not really gonna like us coming in and telling them to stop.
I don't think there's anyone we can tell to stop.
That's also true. How? This is why groups are better. You at least have someone to target.
And unfortunately, we're dealing more with bands.
Okay. Well, I time to work on my social skills. Or punch them all in the face, whichever one will get me through the door.
I'm not sure which one will get you through the door, to be honest.
Well, then I'll try both.
Also,
Can I do that? Is that allowed? Can I punch them in the face? Like, is that...
You're the captain. You get to decide. And then the admirals will decide whether or not it's proportional.
Don't tell me that. Don't say that I can punch people in the face and call it part of my job.
I mean, don't punch your crew in the face, please.
Why would... Well, I mean, if we were trading, but no, otherwise no. But smugglers, that's good to know. How long until we arrive?
Within the hour? Is there anything you need to take care of before we arrive?
Just see about some contacts that I had beforehand. See about, I don't know, tracking some people down.
Are we talking about people on Nimbus, or are we talking about just in general?
Well, usual suspects that may or may not be in the area or in the market.
Well, lucky for you, that's my job. Pulls up a pad. Well, I've got 3 people I've got on the high list who could probably be related to this.
Is one of them Mud?
He is number 3 on the list.
Okay. Who are the other two?
Number 2 is an Orion Syndicate member who's managed to hold on to one minor stronghold on the planet. It's not his primary base of operations, but he keeps a presence. His name's Mogul.
Okay.
That's about all I have on him.
Great. Random Orion pirate. Great. Okay. Do we know if he's alone or if he has a group? Or we don't know?
We don't know.
Great. Okay. And the number 1 suspect?
A Ferengi. You've probably heard of him.
Oh, good.
His name's Madrin.
Oh, that name sounds very familiar.
Let's just say he's been a thorn in the side of everyone in the Alliance.
Great. Okay. Are any of them wanted for any specific crimes if we find them?
I think you're going to have to find what crimes they're not guilty of.
Okay, yeah. Just try to bring them back in one piece, or as few pieces missing as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about... Well, I mean, of course you know it's Starfleet record. Last time we were on Nimbus.
Yeah, and I was there for your debriefing, if you recall.
I remember. Things are still kind of hazy, but I remember.
Last thing, before we conclude this meeting, update from Centurion Sahen about the small craft on board. The Aero Shuttle, the Delta Flyer, now named the Blackbird. The standard shuttles have all integrated well. He's having some problems adjusting the Argo buggies to the ship's power systems.
All right. If he needs any extra manpower from any other shifts, tell him that he's free to assign as needed.
According to him, it's not an issue of manpower. It's an issue of trying to figure out what's causing the problem.
Oh. Has he had Ariel look into it?
Ariel's been looking into it, but it's turning into a real compatibility problem.
Well, hopefully we can fix it.
Yeah, there's probably some incompatible driver somewhere on our computer core.
Well, great. We can look at that after we deal with smugglers.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be priority, not unless you're planning on getting into a car chase.
Now you made that an option!
I mean, I've kind of made it a non-option since you don't have anything to drive.
Okay, point.
Shuttle chase, however.
Well, I'm sure our new pilot would enjoy that. All right, any ideas on if I'm taking the whole squad with me or not?
Well, I'm largely here to see how you operate, Captain, Commander. I forget how this is supposed to work.
Just go with Commander for now.
All right, Commander. That's up to you.
Well, okay. I guess we should let them know what's happening and go from there.
All right. Which means briefing room.
Which means everyone, time for a meeting.
Yes, everyone show up, please. So, you gather your senior staff in the briefing room, like always. Take the lead, Captain.
I've spoken with DeSoto, and we're going to be arriving within the hour to Nimbus III. He's told me that there's been a series of smuggling incidents that we're being asked to investigate. We have 3 candidates for potential possibilities, and, well, it's Nimbus 3, so we're gonna have to take it one step at a time.
Well, be ready for anything.
Yeah. Maybe expedition suits?
I was going to recommend that. At minimum.
Yeah. Lieutenant Cardin, are you alright with inter-atmosphere flying?
Of course, Captain.
Excellent.
Zahen leans over. Have you ever done that with a starship before, though?
Not when it's flying on its own. Like, not when it's capable of being flown properly.
Maybe we'll do a shuttle drop. That's fine.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Yes?
Well, I'm concerned as to how we're going to approach this mission. What are we supposed to be looking for exactly?
I look to DeSoto to, like, pull up a slide or something.
Okay. So DeSoto picks up his pad, some beeps and boops, and then a hologram appears with some manifests of, phasers, disruptors, plasma weapons that have been sold, both of the handheld and shipboard varieties, and also crates of illicit substances, contraband. The ones that are marked in red are decalithium, also known as red matter, and some Thaleron triggers.
What did those do?
So Thaleron radiation glows green and then turns you into rock.
Great!
Well, this might mean that I should supply you with some anti-radiation medicine.
Yes.
Anti-radiation gonna be a good against that?
DeSoto just shaking his head. You can't inoculate against that.
It would last. We would last for like a nanosecond longer, maybe.
Well, then I guess you could all go in a pretty rock garden somewhere.
Thanks.
I'm here to help, Captain.
Well, hopefully, if there is any of it, I would hope that they weren't stupid enough to leave it exposed.
Well, from what we've seen, there aren't enough to even build one Thaleron weapon.
Okay, that's a relief.
In fact, we don't even know if they have the materials to make one. They just have the triggers.
Okay. Still terrifying, less terrifying.
Can Thaleron triggers be used for anything else?
Not really.
But we should still be prepared, because even just a molecule of Thaleron is incredibly dangerous.
Great.
I'm more concerned with the 560 tons of decalithium they have.
Yeah, that's a lot!
Fortunately, it's unrefined, so no black hole's going to be made today, but...
Promising.
So many ways to die. Wonderful.
So, I suppose the short answer is swiftly is how we would like to deal with this. And with extreme impunity.
Yeah.
I would like to not kill a lot of people, if possible. But if people die, I'll deal with the paperwork.
So is there any local authority we turn these people into, or
It's Nimbus 3. There are no local authorities.
I see.
Because you're a little unfamiliar with the planet, it is basically Tatooine. There is nothing but lawlessness and gangsters.
Nice.
Wretched hive of scum and villainy.
So, so do we collect the hazardous materials, transport them onto the ship, or what do we do?
So your orders are basically to gather the materials, get them out of their hands, preferably without having to pay for them, because you really don't want to give the gangsters money. Obviously, if possible, arrest the perpetrators. This could be easy or extremely hard. Depends on how the day is going to go.
Right, so preferably we would turn them into Starfleet authorities, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Right. Well, where do we search first?
Well,
Well,
Captain.
I mean, I usually start at the bar.
Solid approach.
And
This is
Paradise
fun.
City does have a very popular bar.
Yup. Paradise. Whew. God, I forgot how much I hate Nimbus 3. But hopefully we be able to meet up with some contacts. I killed one of my last ones, but it happens. To be fair, she did try to kill me first.
To be fair, I don't
What's
think she
new?
was very reliable.
Still.
So on Nimbus.
I-
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have
Go
any
ahead.
contacts on there? Would you have would they potentially have contacts as an intelligence officer?
I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll for that one. Gonna go with presence security.
Okay.
Difficulty 4. I need to set our momentum meter. Just realized.
How do you roll these again?
All right, so yeah, you click the buttons, then over on task roll, make sure it's selected to 2 for the base number of dice you're rolling. You've got a complication range of 1. I don't think you would have any focuses that necessarily would apply to having an underworld contact based on what you've got.
So, what about negotiation? That work or?
I mean, that's the actual act of negotiating.
Oh, okay. What diplomacy?
Can you justify it?
So, yeah, not really.
Okay, yeah, then no. And
Okay.
so normally you could spend momentum to give you more dice to increase your chances of successes. You don't have any right now, but you can give me 1 point of threat for 1 more die, or 2 points of threat for a second die.
So 4 dice in total.
3.
Okay.
Remember, it's 1, 2, and then 3.
Okay.
Threat is like momentum, but for the GM.
Oh, okay. I think I'm just gonna roll it without like any extra die.
Okay. So then just click the task roll Starfleet icon.
Gotcha.
No, you do not have any contacts on Nimbus. Not really a surprise.
Yeah, I'm not even familiar with the planet in the first place, so yeah. That's what it is.
Gameplay and story integration.
That's totally fair. Anyone else potentially have anyone they know they could get in contact with?
Last time I was there, I don't remember a damn thing, so...
Oh, yeah, I know. Do I? Aside from Fang and Mazoi, did I make any contacts when I was doing the stuff with the hand?
No, not that have survived.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Can I make a roll to see if I know anyone else that might potentially be there?
No, because I know better.
That's fine. Okay, well, then maybe we'll try honey first, and then if not, maybe start, I don't know, betting for it, or Kate. I mean, we can also try and fight for it, but I want to try the nice road first.
That'll be a nice change of pace.
I have another
I'm
question.
trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on Nimbus 3, shoot. I assume that the last time you guys were here, you guys made a noticeable impression. Would you guys think of assuming another identity or just going under disguise? Or should we just show up there as Starfleet officers?
In all likelihood, they're going to recognize any of this particular crew.
Yeah.
I see.
We left a pretty big impression.
I think that going through the whole deception rigmarole is going to be beneficial.
You guys are welcome to try it, but I am not going to bother.
Do you think that they'd be willing to give up information to any of us? Or would they look to their safety first?
Oh, it's all about taking care of yourself first on Nimbus.
Well, I mean that. What I mean is, people that we're talking to, possibly interrogating. They, I guess, not tell us information because we would be compromising their safety. Because, like, the smugglers could, threaten them if they were to reveal anything.
It's all about whose back you can scratch.
Yeah. It's always a possibility, but usually if you can guarantee that they won't get caught, or a decent amount of money, or some other sweet prize, they don't care.
I see. Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of un-Starfleet-like practice going on.
And Satan just smiles. We're very good at that.
We are very good at that. So, I guess you're going to learn a few things that you may not have, well, that you definitely didn't learn at the Academy.
Yes.
And
yes.
If anything goes wrong, just follow our lead.
Just get behind me.
Yes, get behind Talus.
All right, then.
Ensign Kadir, or is it Lieutenant?
It is
Ensign
Lieutenant.
still.
Oh, are you Ensign still? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still an ensign.
Yes, Ensign Kadir. Do you have any thoughts on potential ways we might be able to detect any caches from any sort of scanning? I'm sure they're going to be trying to use disruptors and cloaks and all that kind of stuff to avoid that, but anything you can think of that we might be able to, I don't know, jury rig?
I mean, we might be able to use the ship's onboard scanners to isolate certain pockets of areas where the things like the Thalaron triggers or the red matter might be stored. I don't know if I'd be able to pinpoint exactly where those things are stored, especially if they're being cloaked or disrupted in some sort of way.
Well, when we arrive, do you mind getting on that right away?
Of course.
Right. I think, for the most part, I'm going to be taking most of you with me, if you're willing to come down to the surface. Sehen, do you want to come, or do you want to deal with the Argo matter?
I really don't care either way.
Okay! Sehen, you're coming with us.
Alright.
Doctor, I think I'm going to leave you aboard, however.
I'm perfectly acceptable of that answer, Captain. If any of you are injured or are blasted like a sidewall, just beam yourselves up to Vent Bay.
Excellent. Sehen, maybe you can help Ensign Kadir with anything dealing with red matter.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We've definitely got practice with that red matter capacitor we have done in engineering.
Shh, don't let them know about it. By them, I mean the pirates.
Well, we're not going to tell them.
As for the three main suspects, we have... what was the first one again? I'm sorry, I forgot.
The first one was Mud.
First one was Mud, that's right. So, our favorite man runs in the family. We've got Mud on the roster.
You got a little holographic image of him doing the double thumbs up with a goofy grin and that porn stash of his.
Tal's just kind of like her antennas splay out to the side, and she puts a hand on her forehead, like, why?
We dealt with Mud in the past. We know he's a slippery weasel, but he's also kind of a coward, so I don't know if this would be him. Still, something to keep in mind.
I can't guarantee that I won't kill him.
I can't guarantee I won't stop you.
Okay, as long as we're understood.
There's just a note going into the pad that DeSoto is on.
Next, we have an Orion named Mogul.
And then a picture of a green Orion with nicely parted black hair, male, very tall, very, very, very buff. And a large scar on his right forehead over his eye.
Great. We don't know much about this guy. Apparently, he's just large and in charge.
But connected with the Syndicate.
Yeah. But we don't think he's part of it. He may be a middleman, side player, who knows. And then we have our Ferengi friend.
And a picture of Modron appears. Obviously in terror, like Modron is usually is when he gets mugshots.
And the list of shady characters grows ever longer.
What else is new?
So, if you manage to spot any of these three, obviously, I would prefer you let me or DeSoto know. We would like to try and apprehend them. Even if they're not responsible for this, they're responsible for other stuff. So, and they might be able to lead us to who's responsible for this.
Well, and then DeSoto leans forward. Our primary objective is to stop the piracy and the smuggling of these particular items. Starfleet doesn't have the resources, obviously, to go hunt down every single pirate. We can obviously...
No, but I'm saying if we spot them in the bar,
of course,
we can ask them some questions.
I would just like to remind you that we have limited space in the brig.
Oh yeah.
We'll
Right, I
prioritize.
forgot.
I'll prioritize targets.
Thank you. Now, we'd like to get this out of this with Starfleet not having to grease too many palms, but we never know how that'll go. All right, tell us suggestions for equipment.
Can I just make a roll just because player is dumb?
Absolutely. So this would be. I'm going to go with reason security. This is calling on knowledge. Difficulty 1.
Cool. Would my survival Starfleet protocol?
Starfleet
Mark-
protocol is appropriate.
Okay.
Alright, so you gain a point of momentum. You think you're not going to have to pull out like the Mako armor or anything. Standard issue excursion uniforms, phaser pistols or rifles, depending on how much threat you necessarily want to generate.
I'm thinking just the excursion uniforms, shields, shield emitters, Type 2 phasers for all that are on the away mission will be sufficient.
All right, pretty standard. That's good.
Zahen just kind of chuckles. What? You're not going to tape 4 grenades together and throw them at the enemy?
That would be excessive considering the type of dregs that are on Nimbus 3. You could hit them with a Molotov cocktail and that'll take them down.
Oh, that reminds me, I got some fresh Romulan ale when we got into port.
No, that stuff's too good.
I think you just meant for drinking.
I know, that's why you don't want to light it on fire.
It depends on what you need it for.
Also, we could just hit them with a very large rock. Regardless, good to know that you don't think it'll be too big of a necessity to bring up the big guns.
I mean, Nimbus 3 is the bottom of the barrel. I don't necessarily anticipate any high risk tactical situations.
Remember last time we were on Nimbus 3?
No,
No, you don't. That's exactly the problem. Still, I understand what you mean. Memory wiping aside, it's mostly harmless.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna run into the Undine or the Borg over there.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
And then she just kind of knocks on the table.
All right. Well, then I think we're pretty much set. Ensign Kadir, you and Sehen can work together as necessary to work on tracking anything. Lieutenant Cardin, you're good with dropping us in?
Yep. Of course.
I
Of course.
think we might just take a shuttle down rather than trying to... I mean, a huge starship brings too much attention.
Yeah, especially one as shiny as the Cassini.
Yeah.
Zahen perks up and goes, so which shuttle are you thinking?
Delta Flyer!
Alright, I'll have the Blackbird ready.
Excellent, okay.
Of which, by the way, its character sheet is now available to y'all.
I don't
Yay!
see it, but I also don't see a picture either.
I do not have access to stats.
Hang on, I haven't put the. Oh boy,
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
There you go.
there you
There
go.
we go.
So, this is in the Delta Quadrant Handbook that came out shortly after the game got canceled at the end of last year.
Ooh, shiny.
Mm-hmm. It's on. Let's see, where is it? It's on page 84, and it's actually got a unique talent to it called Hot Rod. All increases to complication range to attack task involving the engine system from adverse environmental conditions are reduced by 1 to a minimum of 0.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. We'll be arriving shortly.
I'll prepare my squad.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
We are your squad.
My squad that can actually
know
hit
what?
broadside of a barn.
Ow!
You excluded, Commander.
Thank you. I mean, we haven't seen Lieutenant Cardin or Ensign Kadir or Ron fight, so.
Talus is just gonna think to herself, I've seen their marksmanship scores. Especially Lieutenant Cardin.
We don't talk about other games. All right.
All right. Can you remind me what opportunity cost means?
Oh God, it's been so long. I have to go double check.
I think it means I give you threat.
Yeah, I think.
Or
I think that's what it is. Hi, it's been months since we played.
What are the rules of this game?
What are we playing and who are we? All
How
right.
does this game work?
How's
Meanwhile, I
roll
used to
dice?
play this game like 3 times a week, and now I'm like,
We look for things that make us roll.
the pack-led reference.
All right, so we move back onto the bridge.
It's a momentum spend. Escalation is the one that gives threat.
Okay. All right, so
I was just wanted to bring a hacking thingy.
if you would like to escalate and bring a hacking thingy, you know how that works.
Yes, I will read the exact specifications for it and get back.
Okay, and remember to read the stats on your hacking thingy too.
Is that the technical name for it? Hacking thingy?
Well, we don't know which version of the hacking thingy they're gonna bring, so.
And it's not called a code cylinder. That would be Star Wars.
Although Talus has a totally different definition of what a security spike is.
Yes, I do.
I have another question.
All right.
Yeah, so just a refresher, I totally forgot, but like who else is going to go on the away team?
Everybody, basically.
So how many people in total? Okay.
So let me do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Who are
7
leaving?
people.
Who
You're
are we
leaving back
leaving
to-
in command?
Vorask is being left in command.
The doctor.
Oh,
The doctor.
No.
Grass is on. I'm not leaving DeSoto on my ship alone. I mean, do you want to stay behind? You can stay behind.
Why would you want me to stay behind?
I'm. Oh, Rask is a perfectly capable bridge officer.
Can we bring 2 of my red shirts too?
I I'm going to object to that in character as DeSoto on the grounds that that's a lot of people to bring down.
True.
If the amount of people we have can't hit the side of a bunch of dirt pilgrims, there's a problem.
Fair, I guess.
DeSoto's like, I will allow you to bring one down to guard the shuttle.
Understood, sir.
And then he turns to Yukather. Is she always like this?
He likes to be prepared.
I see. More tapping on the pad. And then we turn over to Ensign Kadir and the Centurion.
Sorry, I've phased out. Like, what do you need from me?
Well,
Your scan.
Steph, if you would again, please.
You are doing your scan.
Yes. So yeah, I'm guessing I'm doing that before I go planet side.
Yes, you're
Okay.
we're coming up on Nimbus. You're in system. You're doing a scan of the planet.
All right, then I will do a scan of the planet. So how best should I do that?
All right, so open your character sheet. This is going to be a reason science.
Reason and science.
Doesn't look like you have a focus in probing, so this isn't necessarily your strong suit. No focus here. Who wants to roll for the ship?
I can.
All right. So for the Cassini's roll is going to be sensor science.
Mm-hmm.
And so the advanced sensor suites on the ship reduce its difficulty by 1, meaning that this will be a difficulty 2 task. And I need to remember what it's been. It's been so long. I'm trying to remember all of these talents.
I believe it is computers and science for the ship.
No, it's sensors for scanning.
Oh, yes. You're right.
Computers would be like if you're doing a data analysis.
Some of these look familiar. What does Ariel's assistance give us?
Ariel's assistance would be. She would usually. I'm having to rewrite that rule.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
We're not using that today.
Totally cool. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah. Plus, there's going to be assistance from the Centurion on this. So.
Gotcha.
And I'm just rolling the 2 die, right?
Yes, you're rolling the 2 die. The
No
ship
focus.
and the Centurion are rolling the 1.
Okay.
Alright, so the ship sensors don't help, but you gain a point of momentum.
So I have technical expertise, and when I'm using the ship's computers or sensors, I can re-roll a dice. Is that right?
That is correct. Okay, so you can re-roll any number of. You can re-roll one of those dice.
Okay. How do I re-roll a dice? Is it just clicking 1 and rolling?
Yeah, clicking 1 and rolling. That's all you gotta do. Alright, make that a second momentum.
3 successes.
Yay, good job!
Woo. This is right in the Cassini's wheelhouse, naturally. It's sensors and scanning. And you're scanning, you have a localized idea of where it is. It is somewhere in the vicinity of Nimbus 3. You're not going to have to go to a different continent or something. The thing that you're noticing, however, is that you can't get specific reading. Probably some sort of distortion field to, mass sensors. And the Cassini sensors are so strong that they're able to pick it up as is. But you think that, it's to make sure that, rival gangs can't detect what's there, someone who's just doing a passing sweep of the system would miss it. But since you were actively looking for it, you found that it's somewhere in that vicinity.
So not specifically where it's at, but we know it's there.
You have 100-kilometer radius centered around Paradise City.
That's a start.
Yeah, I couldn't get a specific reading, but at least we know it's somewhere around the city.
Maybe we can get a better triangulation on the ground.
Quite possibly.
And was that specifically for the red matter?
It's for everything.
Okay.
Obviously,
Okay, so-
obviously, when it comes to weapons, that's a little more. You detect them everywhere. That's like, how much sand is on Nimbus 3? Oh, right,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Congratulations, you detected a planet. Okay. Well, that at least we know that it's there and a general vicinity, but I wish I knew exactly what it was, but they're probably going to have a whole bunch of inhibitors and stuff like that, so we should look to maybe bring some stuff to get rid of that.
Is there any additional information you would like to get? You remember, you have one free question on this ship.
Ooh, yes. You can ask a free science question about what you scanned.
Oh no, did we lose our science officer?
Oh, can you hear me?
There we go. There you are.
There we are.
Okay. I don't know. I've got new headphones, so maybe that's why. I'm trying to think of what to ask.
Is there maybe like a direction that we might know where to go?
Like maybe pinpointing a quadrant, like of the square or something.
So you're looking for evidence that would narrow down the search to probable location.
If that is what Naomi is willing to spend her question on.
If there's just something that we can further read, maybe on the planet side, that would give us more specificity when we get there to finding where these triggers or the red matter is at.
All right, so that's what we're going for. All right, so what you're scanning, and you're like, I'm going to refine the search a little for probable structures, power sources, and so forth. Obviously, Paradise City shows up as the big red marker, but there's also a couple of pirate hideouts that show up. You also get kind of a notification from Ariel, the ship's computer, going, these are likely locations where you could find them. However, it doesn't exclude the possibility that, whoever these smugglers are decided to hide it in a cave, in which case there's nothing I can do to refine this further.
Well, at least we have something to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for managing that.
The science officer is very clearly engaging in an awkward silence.
It's just staring.
Who are you talking to?
Sorry, I was talking generally.
No problem, Commander.
All right. Well, I believe. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we disembark?
I think it's time to suit up.
To the armory.
All right. So there has been one change in the ship's refit. The armory was relocated into the shuttle bay. Kind of going with like the Mass Effect style approach. You suit up, you get into a shuttle, you go.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds cool. Also, I cannot find the exact name of the device, but I'm looking for something that would disrupt, like anything that would, what is it? Like, not like shields, but like the like cover stuff. The stuff that like scatters it so you can't get a good reading.
Can you rephrase that a little bit to make it a little more clear to the GM?
I'm looking for it's like an engineering device. It's not the pattern buffers, but it's something that like destabilizes a destabilization field.
So you're looking for some sort of device that will counteract a dispersion field.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a specific device for that.
Okay, then I'll just bring a multi-kit. That's
Okay.
fine.
Well,
And,
Sahan's like, don't give that to me. I'm the engineer.
And as they go down to the shuttle bay, Talus taps her comm badge and she goes, "Gunnery Sergeant Draper to the shuttle bay."
Draper here, on my way.
So what are characters like bringing that's like just default?
Sorry,
Tech edition armor, type 2 phaser, and
Personal
like
shields.
personal shields, tricorders, communicators, basic stuff.
Obviously, this is the opportunity to get what you want.
Med
So
kit.
reminder, yeah.
Ooh, yes. A med kit would be smart.
No medic.
Someone else can take it. No, I mean, or can you only take it if you have like a certain skill? Like
You can take it. It's just I'm just warning you. It could be complicated.
Better to have it and try than not have it.
yeah.
What if you have a personal shield? What does your resistance go to?
All right. So personal shields gives you 4 resistance.
Okay.
Your armor gives you an additional 2.
Okay.
So, refresher on the personal shield rules. So, every time you get shot, you need to roll a dice. If you roll a 1 or if you roll, I'm going to simplify this. Just roll a d20, and if it's under 10, I'm simplifying it for tonight just so that we don't get caught up in rules.
That's fine.
If you roll under 10, your shield holds. If you roll over 10, your shield... No, wait, that's not... I take it back. The rule was already simple. You roll a dice. If you roll a complication, your shield loses 1 resistance.
Okay.
Anything else, nothing happens.
What was the armor that we're supposed to be putting on our sheet?
It's just the Federation Excursion armor. So it's the away team uniform, what DeSoto is wearing. The kind of Kevlar with pockets and stuff.
Yeah. And type 2 phaser.
Also, I am spending 1 momentum to bring my mech with me.
Is it a momentum or isn't that a threat? That's a threat.
It says opportunity cost.
Yeah, but it's also it has
It's
a
an
threat.
escalation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an escalation.
Yeah,
It's
my
both.
or is the same way.
Okay.
Yeah, give yourself.
Are
Is
you
there a
bringing...
page? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Journey.
Is there a page that has the type 2 phaser stats on it?
Yes, there is.
It's ranged, size 1H charge, and 5 damage die.
Well, no, it's 3 damage die plus whatever your security stat is.
Right.
All right, and then ranged, and what else did you say?
3 damage plus your security stat,
Mm-hmm.
and then it has the charge effect.
Okay.
Charge quality, sorry.
Charge. What does that mean? It's been a while. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I think we're all... Charge. The weapon has an adaptable energy supply, allowing its potency to be scaled to various levels. If the character performs a prepare minor action before the following attack, they may add one of the following damage effects to the attack. Area, intense, piercing 2, or vicious 1.
I never knew that you could do combat with phasers.
Yes, you can.
Shit!
Okay, and we already have somebody with an engineering kit, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe someone should take, I think my suggestion is someone should take a medical kit, but I don't know who has a decent medicine score.
I've got a. Are we allowed to share our scores?
Yeah.
I've got a medicine of 2.
I have a 3.
Oh, okay.
Medicine of
My
1.
my medicine's a dump stat.
Yeah. My medicine score.
Like if I'm not Kalani,
Like,
medicine's a dump stat.
It sounds like I might be holding on to that med kit then.
Yeah, it sounds like Dr. Kadir is perfect for that.
Okay, then I don't think I need to have Jonas bring anything because everyone else is prepared.
Bring your charming self.
Seduce the entire planet. We're doing the Kirk maneuver.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure what a certain person would have to say about that.
For work, it's fine.
Oh, God, don't say that.
My God. All right. Any other things people want to add to their equipment list? You know.
Oh no, I should not bring stun grenades. No, that's a bad idea. Someone else should bring stun grenades.
I think
I-
that's still an escalation.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm gonna house rule this because it's 24/11. Stun grenades do not.
Okay, I'll
Photon
take those.
grenades do.
I'll take stun grenades then. That
How many are
sounds-
you taking?
How many can I carry?
I'm gonna say no more than 5.
Yeah, I think
I'll just take as many as I can carry on my belt.
Okay. Okay, you got 5 stun grenades.
Okay.
And keep track of them.
Okay.
Is there a page with all of this equipment on it that we're looking at?
Starts on page 192 of the core rulebook.
Awesome thing. I have that opened. 192. Oh, there we go. Weapons, gear, and other items.
And then obviously anyone who wants to check the other supplements, there are obviously other items in there as well.
Yep, I'm just doing a quick read through to see if there's anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to add my stuff to my character sheet because there's certain like roles for things, right? Like the damage and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a phaser type 2.
Yes, type 2, phaser pistol.
Okay.
Does Sahan use a phaser pistol or does he use a disruptor?
Neither. He uses a Romulan plasma repeater pistol.
Jealous. Why does everyone else get cool guns?
Because that's his standard issue sidearm with the Republic.
sad.
I don't have anything fancy except for the stun grenades.
Of which you are allowed to take.
Yes, I am allowed to take that.
Because I know
Are
we
you
have like
ready?
personal shields. That doesn't get added under weapons. Like do we just keep track of that,
No,
or
just make sure you know that your resistance is 6 and
Can be, and depending on if you get critically hit,
yeah.
you start losing resistance. But if you lose your shield, you still have 2 resistance.
okay? I'm sure I'll figure out if I get shot at.
I'm sure you will too.
Oh, that might actually not be a bad thing to have.
What are you looking at there, Journey?
The emergency transponder?
Yeah, that would be pretty useful.
I'm just reading to see what it from the basics of it. It's just like an subspace SOS.
Yeah, to cross the streams here for a moment. Anyone who's ever seen Stargate, it's like the subdermal chips that they use to beam people up when they're kidnapped. In Star Trek, they're kind of like how do I say this? they're like handheld little, like a test tube sized little cylinder that that you click and oh hey, I'm getting beamed up.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's what does opportunity 1 mean?
You spend a momentum to use it, or to burn it.
We've got 2 momentum left.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. We're just bringing normal shit.
If you want to
So
bring
is
one,
that-
I'm fine with someone bringing one. If you want to bring one.
Okay, Jonas will bring an emergency transponder.
All right.
Grab onto the crate and beat yourself out.
So just to be clear, like the ones on the Cassini have 2 settings. Like there's individual emergency transponder, and then there's a secondary one. It's like get the whole group out of here.
Sweet. Okay. Awesome.
Jonas would probably grab get the whole group out of here.
It's a setting. It's not like
it's a setting. Oh, okay.
yeah. Click once for me, click twice for everyone.
Okay.
Right.
There we go.
Let us fly.
All right. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a sandstorm you notice as you're starting to approach. That got missed because God knows the sand on Nimbus all scans the same. So I need Jonas to actually make a piloting roll.
Okay.
And then who would like to roll for the Blackbird?
Let's let Ron roll for it.
All right.
My con is 2 though.
It's not for you. You're rolling for the shuttle.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you go on into the Blackbirds.
Gotcha. I see it now.
Yeah. And then this would be, if I remember correctly, piloting like this is Structures Con? Or is it Engines Con?
I think it's Structure Con.
Yeah, so Structure Con. And this is going to be the ship is only rolling for 1 dice. And then, Jonas, so this is going to be a difficulty 1 flight.
Okay. Is that Control Con or would that be Daring Con?
How fancy are you making this flying?
My daring sucks. I would rather use Control, please.
Go for it. You're going to go for, I just want this to land properly.
Mm-hmm. And my evasive actions or small craft focus would apply?
Small craft focus would definitely apply.
Okay. All right. Then, if everybody's okay, I'm gonna use a momentum for Cautious Con.
Sure.
Grab us some more. Hopefully, some more momentum afterwards.
Holy shit. Okay, and then Vanessa, we need you to roll for the Delta Flyer. Wrong dice roll.
Oh shit. Okay.
Starship task roll. The one above it. Starship task roll.
This one.
Okay. Well, regardless, holy crap, Jonas. That's 4 points of momentum you all gained.
Yay!
Jonas is good at the flying.
Yeah. And you land just outside of Paradise City. Guns N' Roses starts playing.
The grass is green. Sorry.
No, it's Nimbus 3. The girls are green.
It's the joke where the grass is green and the drinks
the
are
girls
green
are
and
pretty.
the grass
Yeah.
All right. So, Captain, lead your away team.
All right. We're gonna take this nice and easy at first, so we're just gonna head to. Is there a name for the bar? I think there is, but I don't remember it.
There is no name for the bar, as far as I know.
Oh, excellent. We're just gonna go to the bar, see if my ex-Borg friend is bartending today, because I remember that was who was bartending the first time.
That's the only.
And I'm bringing Latinum with me in case I need to pay for drinks, because they're gonna make me pay for drinks.
So the case they're carrying around, they've got a purse with them with platinum in it.
Just a small amount that we will keep a very close eye on.
Okay. All right. So you enter the Paradise City Bar. And what do you do?
Perception check? Or whatever it would be.
The equivalent of perception in this game, that's right. That would be insight security, as I recall.
Okay. Would I don't know if espionage would work for this.
Yes, I will allow it for this one.
An insight command or insight security?
You're checking out the joint.
Forgot I have disarming nature. I can use that today. Ooh, exciting. Okay. Is everyone okay if I buy an extra dice?
Sure.
Okay, so you gain 2 momentum back. So you're eyeing up and down. No, your Borg friend is not the bartender tonight. It looks like it's a rather short Andorian who's missing an antenna. But you do see who he's talking to, and you immediately have mixed feelings because, on the one hand, it just made your job a little bit easier. On the other, it's made your job a hell of a lot harder.
Oh, who is it?
Bro.
Is it the man? Is it the man?
It is your most favoritist pirate criminal, Phineas Q. Mudd.
Why is he here?
Talus is going to just kind of make a security sweep, just kind of like casing the joint, you know what I mean?
Okay, again, insight security, difficulty 1.
Okay, would survival apply?
Yeah?
Okay.
I mean, that's a difficult one, but I would assume you have. Okay, so you've maxed out momentum. You know everyone in here recognizes you, but they're kind of keeping their distance. You're not sure if it's for their own safety or for they just don't want to get caught up at any Starfleet complications.
She has her thumbs kind of tucked into the front of her belt, and she's just kind of looking around.
Yeah, no one makes eye contact.
I'm gonna make my way over to Mudd. Now, was he dealing with the hand, or was he something else?
He was dealing with the hand. He delivered you to the hand, as you recall. And then, in your follow-up, he said that he was blackmailed into that. And then he invested your shit with tribbles.
That's right. That's, yeah.
And then you beamed Kagon's tribble into space.
That's right. Yes, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over to Mudd.
And you see him talking to the bartender, and he's just like, and I can't believe that everything I worked so hard. Where are you going? As the bartender starts walking away.
Slide into the seat next to him. Phineas!
Ah!
What a coincidence, my friend.
And you just see him look up. What did I do to piss off everything in the galaxy for you to be here?
I am here to buy you a drink. Is that any way to greet a friend?
What do you want?
I want to buy you a drink and have a conversation.
Something tells me I should be sober for this conversation.
What? No, you don't need to be sober.
Then something tells me that you'd be better off with just a straight-up bribe.
Would I?
Well, considering that don't have 2 strips of latinum to my name, thanks to our last encounter.
I am truly sorry about that. But you did kind of leave me in the lurch with a ship full of tribbles.
To be fair, you also put me in that position. Well, not so much you.
I definitely had nothing to do with
I don't
that.
mean you, I mean the other you.
Yeah. We don't discuss that.
Well, we kind of have to. You do know why she put me up to that, right?
Megalomania, general evil, I'm assuming a charming personality, and the fact that you lack a spine?
Not so much lacking a spine as much as I would prefer it intact.
Okay.
You know she planted a spy on your ship, right?
I like to make a composure roll.
Absolutely. I guess that would be control. Would that be control or presence? Ooh.
Think
Presence.
control. Oh, presence command?
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
they always were when I had to make them.
Okay, presence command.
And then my composure focus applies,
Yes.
obviously.
Difficulty 2.
I'm fine. This is fine.
You just stare like, what the actual fuck, right into Mud's face. When you finally caught up to her, she didn't tell you, did she? Not surprised.
We didn't so much exchange words as blows and then her falling unconscious.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Would prefer it if she was dead.
Well, see, not good. Much use to us dead.
Well, she wasn't much use to you alive. Of course, this little fellow was of use to her, and he pulls out a very familiar tribble. So, from what
Really?
he goes, so what? I understand your Klingon named him after an ambassador?
Yeah, he did.
Huh. Should have scanned him to learn that he had scanning equipment integrated into him.
He did. Twice.
Well, he missed it. And he literally pulls out what you recognize as like a subdermal tracker and pulls out a tiny little microchip with a camera on it.
You know, oh, you know what? I'll deal with that later.
Please. I've been trying to find someone who'd take this damn thing off my hands. He throws Worf into the pool table full of water.
Well, tell you what. Since you so generously gave me some information for free, I'll let you know why I'm here.
Well, it better be not to kill me.
Not unless you really piss me off.
I assure you, my dear captain, I have no intention of pissing you off today. I know how that ends.
I'm glad. There have been some rumblings about some weapons finding their way into some sticky fingers.
I believe you're talking about some Phaleron triggers and decalithium? It's funny, you're the second Alliance officer who's been here to investigate that today.
My eyebrow just goes up,
So does Talus's.
and like my tail does like that little like interested flick.
Oh, you should be interested. I believe you're very intimately acquainted. As the person sitting next to him on the other side, wearing a hood, turns around and pulls down the hood. Indeed you should, Commander.
Hello, Captain.
Been a long time. Glad to see you got promoted.
Have my own ship and everything.
Those poor bastards. He reaches over and he gets up with the chair and he gives you a hug.
Now I know why Mud didn't run away the second he saw me.
Yes, there. That would be very obvious. As he moves slightly aside and you see his gun is pointed right at Mud's hip.
Well, two birds, one stone, I suppose.
More than one stone at this.
And then Talus reaches out to Mud and she goes, "Give me the tribble."
He threw it in the pool table, remember?
Oh. Yeah. She's going to pick the tribble up off the pool table.
Yeah, and remember the pool table on the Nimbus 3 bar is like covered in water for some reason.
Why, Nimbus?
Yeah, there's a very wet, angry tribble that bites Talus.
And Talus goes, and like pets it, and she goes, "You remember me?"
It bites again.
She goes, and she's just like, she just starts drying it off on her uniform.
It bites again.
And she's
Take
just like,
one
"Worf!"
point of damage, of stress damage.
She goes, "Worf!"
I don't think that's actually its name, and I don't think it was ever anything nice to you if it wasn't for that chip.
Just give her the chip, and then knock out the damn tribble.
Zoe just pulls out a hypo spray and hits the treble with it.
And Talus just like puts it in one of her like the pouches on her shoulder.
Now that that's dealt with, I'm assuming you're looking for the same reasons we're looking.
Yes. The Alliance is keeping a close eye on it. Sorry you didn't get to see the Shiara Rao in her original paint job. They just redid it in Alliance colors.
Well, you have pictures.
I wish. Didn't even last 2 months.
Just like a small, sad face. Well, care to tell me what you've learned so far, or has Mud been tight-lipped?
Oh, Mud has told me many, many, many things. On penalties of... Well, let's just avoid any unnastiness. He threatened me in ways that are horrifyingly up to... Why are you even interested in this man? Unbecoming of that uniform, and you're just unbecoming.
That's why I like him.
Regardless, Mud did provide some useful information. We do know it's not him. We do.
Good, Bud. Congratulations, you get to live.
Oh, I think the whole reason he's telling me is he'll be more than willing to take advantage of the absence of his competitors once we're done here.
I'm sure.
The thing is, he hasn't been able to tell me which one of them is the ones who currently have the triggers.
Well, is it tall, dark, and slightly handsome, or is it short and squat and,
Blue.
ears?
Well, you see, it depends on whether or not they've made the arrangements yet.
Oh, are they trading them between each other?
One fellow managed to acquire them from someone they took care of when they bought their most recent property, and they just happen to have a set lying around. And the other is trying to acquire them.
Now, Mud, you know what can be done with these things, right?
Oh, absolutely horrible things. I would never trade them. It's
Sure
a
you wouldn't.
business.
A very bad business, which is why you should tell me who has it.
Presently, they're in the hands of the Ferengi Madron. But like I said, he didn't acquire them. He acquired them when he acquired the property after the previous tenants were killed.
I see.
Should be noted that they were killed by Mogul's forces.
Oh. Interesting.
And now Mogul wants the triggers, and he feels he has miscalculated, but that he can terrify a Ferengi where he couldn't terrify the previous inhabitant.
Well, yes, but also, sadly, Madrin is surprisingly savvy.
At keeping himself alive, yes. That is the main reason why Mogul is even willing to negotiate.
Do you know where they are?
They're in Madron's new property. He's bought out the nearby former Orion Syndicate base / nightclub, Chengdu.
And they're going to make a trade? Or they have made the trade?
I don't know if they have yet or not. All I can tell you is the Syndicate wants the triggers.
Just the Thaleron triggers.
Well, the Decalithium would be nice too. But there's no actual restriction on trading unrefined Decalithium, mostly.
I'm sure that a bunch of people would like to correct you on that.
The Federation would,
What?
but unfortunately Madron is a Ferengi is not under their jurisdiction. And this is not a Federation planet.
Yes, we love a gray space. Well, you've been surprisingly helpful.
Let's just say, I would rather not be on the receiving end of your phaser. I know you'll aim low.
Or his.
Oh,
He aims high.
He aims everywhere. And Mazoi just, with his fangs out, just gives a huge smile and nods.
I suppose we should let you get back to your conversation with the bartender.
I do have some requests. You were willing to buy me a drink. Since I've helped you, would you be willing to pay for my ticket off this godforsaken sandball?
Do I know how much that would be?
4 or 5 strips of Latin.
That's so much Latin.
Well,
I mean, I haven't because I did take 70 bars from the hand, but he doesn't need to know that. Tell you what, I'll give you 5 on good faith.
Deal.
And with the promise that if you see either one of these two fine gentlemen that we're looking for, you let me know.
Oh, I have a feeling you will be seeing them before me.
Slap the bars of latinum down on the counter.
Picks them up. Pleasure doing business with you. Wait, were they actually bars of latinum?
No, like
Okay. I
thing.
heard that you were actually paying him the strip and not giving him 5 bars of latinum.
Giving him the giant chunks and giving him the little one.
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you, Commander. Please don't shoot me. He walks on out.
Well, I suppose I should introduce you to my new crew.
Your new crew?
Yeah.
I'm old crew.
He knows you, Talus!
Yeah, I do.
Oh, it's good to see you again, Talus. He
And
gives you another hug.
She just gives him a big bear hug.
Yeah, I mean, he gives it right back. Since he's taller and bigger than Talus, he straight up picks up Talus.
And she goes, hey!
And then puts you back down.
Yeah, we had a couple of incidents dealing with other me.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
So, crew rotation.
Ah.
All right, follow me, and I will take him over to where I left the children.
Okay. So you walk on over.
Yep. So for Naomi and Ron, you see he's pretty tall, like 7 feet, right?
No, it's like 6'5".
You see a 6'5", blue furred, saber-toothed cat in Alliance armor. I'm assuming
It's not armor. It's just the uniform.
An Alliance uniform, with a bitchin'-looking gun.
Yeah, he's got a rail gun on his hip, and then on his back, you can see tied up is a nanopulse Lurpa. Basically, if a Lurpa was a lightsaber.
Yeah. Vincent Kabir, Lieutenant Cardin, Lieutenant Commander. Is Ronza the symbiote?
Packs are
Okay.
symbiote.
Okay. So do I go with Paxar then for?
Yeah, just Paxar.
Yeah. Lieutenant Commander Paxar. This is Captain Mazoy. Mazoy. This is Ensign Kadir. Lieutenant Commander Paxar. Lieutenant Cardin.
He bows and goes, Nerl Jan. Wonderful to meet you.
Hello.
Hello, Captain.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
He is a friend.
Friend?
You see him put up finger quotes.
Friend. Gotcha, friend.
Will he be helping us on our mission?
I would hope so.
No, I'm going to send you into the lion's den alone and then take credit for it. Of course I'm going to help you.
Don't be mean.
Why? You are.
Not right away.
We're still waiting for her. We've been hearing stories from the rest of the crew.
I'm trying this new thing as a captain. I'm trying to be nice.
Oh, this will end badly.
Just smack him.
So, Captain, was that Mud you were speaking to?
Yeah, that was our dear beloved Phineas J. Mud.
How did that go?
You see poke his head. You want me to shoot him?
No, Sahan, thank you.
Are you sure?
As much as I would like you to, And as much as I am also very glad that Lieutenant Fleck also hasn't shot him, please don't.
Damn.
Also, Sahani, you remember Bazoy.
Good to see you again, Captain. Bazoy just nodded.
So, we managed to pinpoint a location. There's a trade that's either going to happen or has happened within the last few hours between Madron and Mogul.
Okay.
Apparently, the Orion Syndicate is very interested in the triggers.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Not surprising either.
No. So, we might have to do this the hard way. And I give Kadir and Paxar like a look.
Oh dear.
You don't have to come with us. You can stay with the shuttle if you'd like, but you would be your assistance would be very much appreciated.
Well, I'm with you on this, Commander.
Yes, same here. I don't think it would be wise to leave the captain with a few other people.
There's a moment where Catheris just sort of thinks I'm fine. Like me, Talus, and Masoy are fine. Like, we're good. But I don't say it out loud. But Masoy would definitely pick it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, most definitely.
But alright then. Just be prepared. Hopefully it won't go south, but it's possible that it can.
All right, and I think this is a good time to take our halfway point break. We can all get. We all need water and get our voices. We're used to talking this long, and so we're back. And now y'all are wandering in the desert back towards the shuttlecraft with Captain Mazue at your side. Opportunity for socialization. Go.
Any idea on what weapons we should expect?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're pirates. They'll take anything. Kinetics, energy weapons, grenades, explosives. I'm counting those as two different things. They like to hit many different types of explosives. Missile launchers.
Rocks.
Plenty of those around.
Yep.
Actually, I think that's what most people are armed with.
Is every lit mission like this with you, Captain?
Most of them.
Not all. I do have a track record.
You have a record-breaking track record.
I promise that no one will get. I mean, I can't promise, but I will do my best that no one gets hurt badly.
I mean, you did cut someone in half.
And, no one on this team will get hurt badly.
Right. Okay.
And you did end up fighting super advanced aliens that an alternate version of you sent to the past so that they could dominate the Federation.
You're not helping.
And then
I would love to hear more about all of this.
And then you did fight the Iconian War twice.
You're still not helping.
How did you do that twice?
Time
And
travel.
then didn't you have to take back Earth space dock from yourself?
not helping!
Okay, well,
Look, I apparently used to be a dick, and I'm not anymore.
You see the feeder notes when you say "used to be" pop up.
Talus is like calibrating the targeting sensor on her Type 2, and she just like is like, "Welcome to the madhouse," and then reholsters it.
I'm too busy. I need to calibrate the main gun again.
Oh, Garrett would be right at home with this crew. And then he would be very sad when he learned the ship's AI automatically calibrates the guns.
No.
I mean, that's what Edie did, but he did it anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say he'd find a way. He'd find a way to calibrate them.
And I mean, let's just be honest, the Cassini is the Normandy.
The Pathfinder class is the Normandy. I've made that joke so many times to Thomas.
It's true. Like, Thomas doesn't deny it either.
He doesn't.
But generally, everyone ends up all right. Everyone on our team ends up all right. I will do my very best to keep you all safe. Just make sure that you point your phaser in the right direction. You all passed. You're fine. Talus, please talk to them. I don't know what to say.
All eyes turn expectantly to Talus.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Let's go.
Applause.
Oh, she gets applause!
She doesn't look like she's about to have a mental breakdown.
And she has charisma.
Wow. Get on the ship, please.
So you get back to the Blackbird, and he's like, "So you know you can't fly this thing there, right?"
No, but we can transport from here, can't we?
We can, fortunately, but we're gonna have to relay off of either your ship or my ship, because there's a very narrow window you're allowed to beam down. And so he pulls you up to the front window and is like, "You see that crashed DeFerry freighter up there on the mountain?
Yeah.
That is the fortress in which Chengdu is located."
Chengdu.
It was Orion owned, okay?
Look,
I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it is. What you're saying that like that's supposed to mean something to me.
It was like a nightclub based thing.
Yeah, it's half nightclub, half base.
Okay. Like I said, the last time I was here, don't remember a damn thing.
Well, just to be clear, there's a combat arena in the place where Fang used to. Well, she and her crew used to be the reigning champions there. Still got her poster up, from what I understand.
Tell me your brother is not mad at me anymore.
No, he wasn't mad at you to begin with.
Okay, good.
You always ask me, is he mad at you? He has more things to be worried about as the patriarch than this stuff.
Okay, but I didn't know,
he's not my brother, he's my uncle.
And Talus kind of starts hanging back, like to walk with the other crew members, and she just goes, "Don't worry, you'll get used to it."
And Jonas is gonna is she always this high strung?
Yeah, pretty much. But you should have met Captain Harrison. He was even more high strung, if you can believe it.
You know, that's actually kind of hard to believe.
Oh, believe me.
Oh, he managed it. They were best friends, you know. Two peas in a pod, really.
He was a better leader, though, I think.
Who's saying that? To Soto?
Sahem.
She just goes, "Give her time."
I mean, aside from being as jumpy as like a jackrabbit, she seems okay.
Hey! They, not she.
Hey, my bad.
You're good.
And
But DeSoto's probably taking so many notes.
DeSoto is deep in this pad. You're pretty sure at this point he's not even like taking notes. He's probably like playing like Starfleet Flappy Birds or something.
Talus just shrugs and she just goes, I promise you'll be able to get a word in edgewise at some point.
Not worried about getting words in. I'm more worried about the words making them have a meltdown.
Like I said, give them time.
I will turn from this conversation and look back at the rest of the group. Sahan, I think you and Lieutenant Cardin can help or speak with Ms. Zoe about figuring out this calibration for piggybacking for transport.
I literally just have to send the code.
Never mind. Look, sometimes engineering is really complicated.
You're an engineer!
They're an AI engineer, it's not the same thing.
That's also true.
Right, Ensign Kadir?
Turn to Naomi.
Between. Yes.
I mean, an AI is not a
completely different engineering feat.
That's why you bring me along. As he holds up Sahan holds up an oversized wrench.
Thank you, Sahan.
Just see DeSoto. Why did you bring the? What are you gonna need this for? Hit people? It fixes problems.
It's his problem-fixing tool.
There's a type of engineering that's like the programming engineering, and then there's the type of engineering where you hit things. That's the type I'm not very good at.
All right, I've got this set up for us to. We're gonna get relayed by the Shiara Rao into Shangdu. Dear God.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Make sure to appreciate me after this mission.
We always appreciate you, Pointy.
You see him give a for Austin hand signal that's equivalent to the middle finger. And then everything turns, because it's a Klingon transporter, everything turns red. And then you find yourself in the bar of Shangdu.
Oh, another CD bar. Wonderful. It really is Mass Effect. Just CD bar after CD bar.
Oh, God. All right. What's it like when we first arrive? Like, is it like an actual acting like a club, or is it empty?
So, you don't actually beam into the club. You beam into a corridor outside of it, where there's a line of people waiting to get into the bar.
Oh. Okay. Kind of tuck into the line.
And Talus kind of like shoulders through the crowd up to the bouncer.
Okay, there's an Orion bouncer standing in front of you.
And she kind of like beckons for Paxar to come up.
Yeah, I go up with Talus.
She goes, "We're on important Starfleet business." And
Well,
she kind of like shoulders Paxar.
The Orion looks up and goes, "Well, welcome to Shangdu. An experience like no other, a property of Modern Enterprises. And I don't care that you're on Federation business or Alliance business, he says, looking over at Mazoi. Normally, this is the part where I would charge you Latinum to get in for cutting the line, but I can tell you're heavily armed and not in the mood, so why don't I just let you in, and I just give you the word not to bother the boss or any of our patrons.
You got it.
Welcome to Shingdu. He presses a button on the wall and the door opens, and you see the club is in full swing.
Great.
When you first walk in, you realize that it's 2 levels in the main area. You come in on this upper area that looks down into a pit where there are erotic dancers, and also is where the bar is located. On the far end of that, in the back, you see where their VIP section is. It's cordoned off. You can kind of see it in that picture right there. There are obviously tables and drinks all around. On the far left side is where obviously the combat arena is, and it's protected by a older style force field. You'd say like mid 2250s-ish.
Ooh, so it's like it looks more like a actual like fence than a force field.
Yeah, it's got the triangle lattice thing that Discovery force fields have.
Cool.
And then that's just one little part, and then there's also like physical grates too.
I will make a signal to Ensign Kadir and Sahen to do another sweep for stuff.
All right. So, Kadir, I'm going to have you take the lead on this. What are you specifically scanning for?
Well, did we determine that this is where the trade-off was supposed to happen of the, like the triggers and such?
No, but it would be reasonable to assume that it's a location where it could happen.
Then I think I would want to scan to see if the triggers or like the red matter is like close by, because then we would know it's like at least on the premises somewhere.
All right. So that's going to be a reason science roll. I'm going to go ahead and spend some threat here.
Oh dear.
Okay.
This is to increase your complication range by 2. So on your sheet, you're going to go up to the complication range and set it to 3.
And
this is going to be a difficulty 3 roll, and you will be assisted by the Centurion.
So how does the complication range change things?
So complication range extends how much your critical failure range is. So when it's just 1, it means when you roll, that's basically you roll the natural 20, you fail. When you have a complication range of 3, 18 to 20 is your complication range. Meaning that those are all critical failures.
Oh, like, so if I roll an 18 through 20, that's a failure?
Yeah, in this situation.
Okay. And then you said the difficulty's 3, right?
Yes, difficulty of 3.
Okay, can I use some momentum to get an extra die then?
Go
Would you
ahead.
be okay with that? Okay. And then you said Sahen also is rolling too.
Yeah, and I will be rolling for Sahen.
Okay. And I'm guessing none of my focuses apply here.
You know what? I am going to allow one of your focuses. I'm not going to specify what, though. And the reason is that will be additional information you learn
Okay,
on a
so
successful roll.
Okay, so I can put the focus as yes, but I'm not
Yes.
quite sure where it's applying yet.
Yeah, consider it a surprise focus.
Okay. Okay. All right, then I will roll. Ooh.
Ooh.
You have cautious science?
According to this, no.
Sorry, what?
No. I was asking if you have cautious science, because then you could have you could re-roll that 0.
No, they do not.
No.
All right. So your tricorder is going a little haywire, and Zahan is just kind of having the same kind of frustrations. You realize there is a dampening field in the bar to prevent what you're doing. However, what that tells you is that this place has to have some really strong power requirements. This is probably the location where that scattering field is coming from.
So there's some sort of dampening field, so I cannot get any sort of reading. But because it's taking a big draw on the power, there must be some pretty high-tech power systems in this place that's running this dampening field.
I have a question.
Okay.
Did we teleport into the crashed Deferi ship? Like, is the Deferi ship the bar itself?
Yes, this is like literally a chunk of the cargo bay from the crashed ship that's been converted into the bar.
Okay, I have a focus in starship recognition. Could I somehow use this to maybe extrapolate where energy would go to in a place like this if it's based off a starship design?
That is more of an EPS systems focus.
Okay.
Starship recognition is more, you could eyeball in, that's a such and so class.
Okay.
So what you're saying is this is important.
Well, you see Missouri shift a little. This did used to be an Orion Syndicate base at one point. That was a couple of years ago. I mean, this was their bar originally.
But apparently it's got a new owner.
Yeah, Ferengi.
Do we see him anywhere? Or do we see Mogul anywhere?
No. I'm not even going to have you roll for it. You don't see him.
Okay. Do I see Dabo girls anywhere?
There's no Dabo here, surprisingly.
Hmm.
Because people are betting on the fights.
Right, of course.
And it's at that moment that you also, when you realize that you notice one of Captain Fang's posters.
I kind of stare at it for a second. Salute. The player gets the salute, not the character.
Gotcha.
Who's fighting right now? Can we see?
There is what looks to be a very terrified Gorn who's being ganged up on by about 20 Targs.
Jesus. That's not, well, I mean, of course it's not a fair fight, but... Well, we were told not to bother the boss, but I think we might have to.
And Talus just kind of turns to Paxar and she goes, looks like we need some intelligence.
Okay, well then. Let's see. Do I need to like find a specific person or?
Well, that's up to you. What's your approach as an intelligence officer?
Gathering information. Let's see. Shoot, I don't know where to start.
Well, there's lots of patrons at the bar, plus the bartender, plus the dancers.
You
Plus
could
the
make a
bouncers.
roll. You can make a
Yeah.
roll just to see what your character would notice.
Let's see. It's like the lead investigator talent thing. Does that like
Wait.
give me any leads?
I think I need to go look it up again.
Okay, because I might use that if it's applicable.
I will also give you Latinum in case you need to spend money.
Yeah. How much? I would say like about like 5-ish, maybe.
Okay, I will give you 5 strips.
Okay, so lead investigator. Your character generates 2 bonus momentums after a successful task to investigate a crime, so it has nothing to do with this.
Okay. Let's see. Guess I'll investigate at the bar to like what are we looking for again? Just like the location?
Yeah, or if they've seen either one of the people.
Okay, yeah. So one of the smugglers. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So who are you going to talk to again?
So maybe let's see. I see anyone who would maybe like the bartender.
Okay. Yeah, there's an Orion at the bar serving drinks.
Alright, so I'm gonna go up to the bar, talk to the Orion bartender, and see, what am I gonna say? I guess I'm gonna say to the bartender, like, excuse me, are you available right now, or are you currently serving patrons?
Are you propositioning me?
No, definitely not. No. Well, I'm currently a Starfleet officer, and I'm currently on a mission to find some galatinum or decalithium smugglers, and who also contain Thalaron triggers.
Oh, so you're looking for the boss. Well,
Boss, is he possibly connected to smuggling these illicit items?
I don't know who... I need you to roll for that, okay?
Okay, what do we need to roll?
You need to roll a presence and command check.
Okay.
This is opposed, and I am literally going to take 6 threat to max up my dice.
Please take.
You said that in the
Incredibly bold
worst
move.
you said that in the worst possible manner.
Uh-oh.
Take dice if you need them to roll. Oh, don't forget that you can use a determination to get 2 automatic successes.
Okay, not sure how this works, so I'll take you on that offer. So
basically, determination is like your daily. You can do a bunch of things, but in this particular case, what they're suggesting is that you effectively buy an extra dice using your determination that has a natural 1 on it, so you have a guaranteed crit.
Okay.
So that'll give you 2 successes off the bat.
However, you need to pick a value that is relevant to this.
Shit. So would conflict only when necessary be applied?
This is probably a situation that could devolve into conflict because of how you phrase things. That would be a completely valid one.
Okay, so piece above conflict only when necessary. That's my value.
All right.
Okay, what do I? So...
And then you're going to be rolling a presence plus command roll.
And if you take 3 momentum, you'll get 2 extra dice.
Okay. Did I say focus used? Or
Well, let me see what focuses you have. Persuasion would apply.
Okay. Complication range.
Complication
Roll.
range is 1. I'm not going to
Okay.
adjust that.
Task roll 2, or
Well, it's however much. Yeah, it's task roll 2, unless you want to buy more dice with momentum.
Yeah,
Which-
because he rolled 5 dice, so
Mhm.
So if you want, you can make it up to 4 dice.
I'll roll up to 4. I need it.
yeah.
Okay.
Why did I say it? Okay, challenge dice? Question mark?
No,
No,
just
No.
task. Challenge die is for
Damage
different
and stuff.
damage or trying to get a breakthrough on research. You're not going to use that so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, just select 4 on the task roll.
Okay. And do I apply like determination on here, or do I
No,
just roll right
that's-
now?
Just roll. We automatically consider your determination.
8.
Ooh, Betty.
Okay,
6 success.
6 successes versus that guy's 3. So you get momentum back, and the guy's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I can tell you're clearly going after the boss, but to be completely honest with you, I don't want to tangle with the Alliance, and I really don't want these things around here. Boss's office is that way. Please get them the hell out of our bar.
Thank you, sir.
If you get rid of the Syndicate, I'll thank you even more.
I see. Well, I'll make sure to come back, I guess. I'll be
Please
going now.
don't.
Give money.
Right. Well,
Tip the man.
I'll give him 1 strip of latinum because I feel bad.
He pockets it and goes
Okay.
back to serving the other customers.
To wipe off some sweat and just go back to the crew.
And like Talus could hear that, and so Talus was like, "Man, you play hardball."
I mean,
That was incredibly straightforward.
yeah, well, sometimes you have to play it like that. If you want to get what you want. Okay.
DeSoto is just staring at you like, maybe we've made a mistake here.
Okay, so like Paxar is just gonna tell them like, listen, the boss's office is that way. How do you guys want to go about this?
Let's go say hi.
Friendly hi, of course.
A friendly hi for now.
I have a question that Jonas has been thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
If they had to beam down into a corridor outside of the main club, if they get into a jam, is his emergency transponder even going to work in the club?
That's why I wanted to bring a thing that would get rid of the thing, but I didn't know how.
You would probably be able to get a signal out, but you probably won't be able to get beamed out.
Okay. But at least the signal would be traceable, right?
To a degree. They know where you are.
Okay.
Also, question for clarification: would that damper work on guns?
No.
Thank God. Okay, let's go.
Alright. So you end up walking out of the club and start walking down the corridor to another door. Where there are 2 more bouncers. A Gorn and a Frossen.
Ooh.
Okay.
And they go, bar us back that way.
We have an appointment.
Oh yeah? I know all the boss's appointments. He only has 1 today.
Really?
Yeah, and it's already begun. So give me one reason why I shouldn't start opening fire.
Five strips of Latin?
He looks at it and goes, how much more you got?
He's got another 5.
Not worth it. Maybe for, say, maybe 10 bars I let you in.
hand and like motion for a huddle.
Okay.
Huddle in.
Huddle
We're
in.
all huddling.
Good cop,
Yeah.
bad cop. How you want to play this?
Well, that's up to you. You are the tactical officer.
I'm just gonna do an insight security. I'm gonna buy a die for some momentum, and would my survival focus apply?
No, I've let you slide on that one.
Okay. All right.
Not today. You're done.
Okay. 3 successes.
Okay, what are you specifically inciting here?
Like, just what the options are?
Probably the option with the best chance of success is just paying him. The other one is probably convincing him that it's not in his best interest to do this, to block you out. And by the way, you've maxed out momentum.
Okay. Talos just goes, I doubt these guys want to deal with Alliance.
They definitely don't want to deal with us either.
And Talos just kind of goes up and he goes, there's more of us than there are of you. And you don't want to get in dirty with the Alliance, do you?
Oh. I'm not even going to have you roll that one, but I am taking away a point of momentum and giving me a point of threat for that.
Okay.
You just said the wrong fucking thing to the guy. He goes, no, there are more of us than there are of you. And if the Alliance doesn't know where you are, it won't matter. Shoot them.
Oh shit!
Oh boy.
So, congratulations. Now I have to make some NPCs on the fly. So, everyone get ready for combat.
Uh-oh.
Hey, at least we're in a hallway.
We're in a hallway.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
No, it isn't.
I mean, yeah.
Have you played a shooter in a hallway before?
Shut up, Journey.
Also, may I point out, you're in a hallway with Jonas with his own phaser.
Oh, fuck
You're in
me.
a hallway with Jonas with his own phaser, with bouncers on one end and armed bouncers on the other end.
This is fine. We just need to barrel through the door.
Oh.
Should have just paid them.
Should have just paid him. All right, rounds. Who's going first?
What
I guess
page
me,
is...
because I started this shit.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna stun grenade.
Okay, who are you stunning grenading?
I can't tell what the best cluster is. I don't know.
Okay, so there's 2 against a door, in front of you, and then there's another 2 behind you. Also, if you get the ones behind you, you're gonna hit all the civilians lined up at the bar.
Right. What I think we should do, just from my tactical officer's position, is we should try to take out the 2 that are near the door and then get into the office
I agreed.
and then lock it behind us so the other 2 can't get to us.
Agreed.
So she's gonna roll it in between the 2 guys in front of them
All right,
by the door.
all right. Control security.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to buy a die for cautious.
Okay.
Boom.
Excellent. All right, so you actually have a floating point of momentum. You nail it between both of them.
Cool.
So what do you want to do with that extra momentum?
Is there an effect or what's it called? Yeah, an effect that I can
Let me
I
double
can
check.
choose.
Let me go read up on effects.
Maybe bypass resistance or something.
You know what? I'm gonna make it non-lethal
Mm-hmm.
because there's not a hell of a lot I can do. Basically, you definitely knock out the two of them.
And then Talus just, does a hand shot forward, and she goes, Ten, Kadir, get the door.
I'm also going to take you out of rounds because the other bouncer sees and go, oh shit, and bolt. And then a bar fight breaks out in the main club because they heard weapons fire.
And Talus just goes, they shouldn't have fucked with me, I'm just saying.
Dallas! We'll talk about this later.
What?
More typing on the pad.
Just like give her a look that is like, I'm proud, but I'm in charge.
Jonah's just whistling as he walks down the hallway towards the door to the office.
Alright.
Yeah, I follow him and try the door and see if it just will open.
It does. Like it's a rusted piece of junk.
Also, Phaser is out first as the door opens.
Yeah. Talus definitely has her phaser out as well, and she's just gonna motion everybody through, and she goes, seal the door behind us.
Alright. I'm not gonna make any problems. You can't lock the door, unfortunately, because there's no working lock on it.
Is there like something we can put in front of it, like a cabinet or something?
No, you're literally in another hallway that curves around.
Like go through the door, look. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Come on, let's go. We gotta be quick.
All right, so it's
At
quick
least the other bouncers are distracted.
Yeah, you're hearing disruptor fire all over the place in the bar.
Bet it's a heck of a time in there.
Best laser show on Earth.
And Talus kind of just like as an aside to Kathera, she goes, maybe I shouldn't be the one trying to convince people to let us through, huh?
I'm proud of you.
More warping.
I'm proud of you for trying.
Alright, you come to another door. This one is locked.
Okay. Locked physically or locked with like a security code?
Locked physically. Like an old school key latch lock.
Can we melt through it with our phasers?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Is it safe to do that?
Maybe it's safe.
You know what? I'm gonna just knock on the door.
What is it? Don't you know I'm busy with you?
Oh.
Time for a command roll.
Was the cross male or female?
What was that?
Was the Ferocid male or female?
It was a female.
Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna try. I didn't know what she sounded like, but I'm gonna try and basically convince him that there's a problem. Like there's a problem. We need you, kind of thing.
Okay. Difficulty 2. Let's see, that would be another presence command roll.
Okay. Espionage?
I'm going to allow that, but I want you to know that's right on the edge.
Okay. Would my disarming personality or disarming nature, because it's social conflict, it gets people to trust me, lower the difficulty one?
By 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's going to be a difficulty 1 roll.
Ooh, baby.
All right, and it's opposed, by the way.
I'm gonna take a moment, spend a momentum for an extra dice,
Okay.
please. And
You need to break 2.
oh god. Okay, here we go. Yes, 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 yes!
I'm not seeing it on my end.
Yeah, neither am I. Yeah,
I'm not
neither.
either.
There we go.
There it is.
I'm not either.
There it is. All right, get that momentum back. What do you say?
I say, there's a problem. We've got people asking for you.
Ah, are they paying at least?
Yeah,
Yes.
handsomely.
Ah, tell them that I'll be free in a few minutes.
They want to talk to you now.
I'm busy now. And then you hear another voice, you can't make it out, and it just sounds very irritated. He goes, fine. And the door opens. Who the hell are you? And it's this little lady.
Right in his face.
Oh yeah, lots of phasers in the face.
Stephanie! I swear I haven't done anything illegal. And you technically have no jurisdiction here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shut it, Madron. You know exactly why they're here. Unfortunately, the property you're looking for is no longer in Madron's, well, cargo holds.
Less than capable hands.
So the other voice you realize is you have interrupted their meeting. The other voice is Mogul.
Oh, bitch.
Yep. By the way, so that's Mogul.
Oh, good.
And of course,
Hate that.
And I assume that means it's in your possession now.
is in the possession of the Orion Syndicate. And I am merely an enforcer of the Syndicate's will.
And I'm certain that the Syndicate wouldn't want anything happening to it or you.
I'm afraid you're too late, Commander. As he walks over to the right, and he goes, they're already off the planet. And then he steps onto what is very obviously Madron's personal transporter pad and is beamed away.
Uh-oh.
Fucking Syndicate.
I want to knock Madron unconscious. Or not, yeah, I want to knock Madron unconscious.
Are you actually doing that?
And Talus is just gonna, like, hold your arm back, like,
Captain, if I may, harming him now may impede us in the future. Plus, he looks over at the second in command. You're still being in a trial basis.
I swear, I'm more afraid of the Syndicate than you. But I can tell you how you can track him.
Very good answer. I can track him. How?
He rushes over to his desk and he sends on his pad a frequency to your pad. It's his warp signal. He rotates them fairly frequently, but if you hurry, you might be able to catch him. There is one other thing. If he manages to elude you, he has several bases of operations throughout this sector. I'll send them to you, to your starship. I just need some time to collate them.
I look to DeSoto.
I'll stay here and make sure that he properly sends us the information.
Thank you. I'm gonna hold. Oh, go ahead.
Can I use my telepathy to see if he's being truthful?
You
can't use
cannot. He's
telepathy.
Ferengi.
Yep. Cannot use it on a Ferengi.
That's right. Never mind then.
I'm gonna
Ferengi lore there for a second.
pass the pad to Sehen.
Sehen looks at it and goes, "Yeah, this is a warp signal."
Quick question: did the Syndicate just buy the triggers, or both the triggers and the red matter?
They only took the triggers. They weren't interested in the decalithium. Refinement is so expensive.
Oh, so where is the decalithium then?
Oh, I have it. It's yours for a very modest fee. Just processing.
I just look at DeSoto.
I'm gonna look at the little Ferengi. I'm quite sure with the mass fight that's going on in your bar right now, you'll want to quickly handle this situation. So making it pay for anything, such as decalithium, isn't in your best interest, I don't believe.
Oh, but I have to pay for repairs.
Yes, but you should charge your people out there who are shooting everything, not us.
Oh, but it would be just such poor business for a Ferengi to just give something away. I will be charging them, but there's no reason I shouldn't charge you.
No, but you're not giving it to us. Think of this as an investment into the fact that you're not going to prison.
Oh, you make a valid point. And he's taps it. This is the frequency that you'll need to beam the decalithium through the dampening field.
Oh, thank you. You are the sweetest Ferengi. And he pats his head. Captain, I have the decalithium.
Can we use your personal transporter?
Oh, go right ahead. To be honest, I would like you gone as quickly as possible. If that's okay
The
with
feeling
you.
is mutual. Trust
Oh,
me.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm going to transfer the code and everything that I got to Mazoi as well, so that he can get it from his.
Yep.
You have a nice bar. It was nice being here.
Oh, thank you.
In this case, get on.
Tell your friends.
I'm like pushing Jonas onto the
And
transporter pad.
Talos is going to turn to Catheris and she's going to be like, "Do you want me to stay here with DeSoto?"
I leave that in your hands.
And Talos just looks at DeSoto, just kind of for like, kind of like the silent, like, should I?
DeSoto's like, I wouldn't mind the backup, especially if one of those bar patrons comes through the door.
I'll have your back. We'll be up in a minute.
Zoom up to the ship.
All right, you beam up to the ship. The poor red shirt's down on planet the Delta Flyer going, oh, I wonder how long they're going to take.
Poor red shirt.
Well, Talos will just communicate to get on board, and Cassini will recall the Delta Flyer, the Blackbird, automatically.
All right. So you return to the bridge. And so as soon as you get on board, the ensign moves aside from the science. He says, I've got a lock on the ship with that warp signature.
How far away is it?
It's approximately 2,500 kilometers.
Pardon?
Oh, I'm about to have a lot of fun, Captain. And he goes to con.
All right. So how are you gonna do this kind of flying?
What did that just do? He is going to. Well, he's going to look at the captain and ask the captain what she would like him to do. How would she like him to approach this?
Oh, Fast but safe.
Okay. Fast and safe.
All right, straight line, full impulse. That's just going to be a control con.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna do a cautious con just in case for a momentum.
Okay.
And I'm assuming helm operations comes into play here.
Yes.
All right. Task roll.
All right, you succeed and you get your momentum back. All right, you pretty much punch it immediately, and the ship rapidly accelerates full impulse. You're now traveling half the speed of light.
And Talus is just keeping an eye on if, once they're in weapons range.
And it takes just a couple of seconds to get within weapons range.
Question. Oh,
I said, and the moment you do,
sorry.
the
Go ahead.
ship cloaks.
Bloody hell. Bloody.
So how did they have a cloak?
Well, they must have stolen it. Bastards always take it.
Is it possible to fire some?
I have a question. Do we know what blowing up a ship with that stuff would do? How bad would that be?
It could be very bad.
Yeah.
Could irradiate the planet.
I do have precision targeting. I do if it helps.
Could still do that, but how are you going to precision target what you can't see?
I was actually going to
I
ask.
was gonna ask Sahan and Naomi to help.
You're not here.
I was going to ask if there's a way to.
I'm on the screen, so I thought I was. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Nope, you're not. I'm just the holdover image. Remember, you're on
We
the
know-
planet.
I'm with DeSoto. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought we had all.
Nope.
gotten there. Since we know that the ship would have the triggers, is there a way I can scan for them to better pinpoint where they are?
No. Cloaking devices cover up all emission.
Is there a way to fire something like not a volley of explosives, but a volley of, I don't know, like flares or something? Not like flares, but like to get an outline of the ship?
So you're talking about like rigging a photon torpedo to set off a charge so you can see any kind of distortion from the effect of the cloaking device.
Yes.
It's doable.
Can we do that, please?
Let's do that. That sounds like a good idea.
All right, Jonas, I'm going to have you do that since it's your idea and our tactical officer isn't here.
Okay.
So this is going to be a... You know what? I'm going to say it's daring security.
Oh, that's just a 10, but okay.
Ooh, buddy.
Of course, assisted by the starship.
Can I
Okay.
do something with the captain to assist?
How would you like to assist as the captain?
What was it? Did Harrison have a thing where he let them use one of his skills?
You can also use the direct action.
Ooh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one. I want to do that one.
You have to remind me how that one works.
It's just basically once per scene, the captain can give an order, and that accounts as an assist.
Okay.
I think it's presence command in order to
All right.
roll.
And then who's
All right.
going to roll for weapon security for the starship?
I can do that.
I
can do
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't done many rolls tonight.
What is my difficulty?
Your difficulty on this, I'm going to say, is 4.
Okay. Could I burn my daily here?
Which one?
I would either say add my song to the ships and we are invincible, or I am the calm in the storm.
I'll say I am the calm in the storm. Seems to be more applicable.
Okay. All right, so that's 2. Do we have?
Sorry, my I don't think I have a focus edifier. Sorry.
That's fine.
All right, I'm going to grab an extra dice for momentum.
Oh, you already did, according to this.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
And then
Oh, no, that was his old roll. Sorry, I rolled
oh,
ahead of time. Sorry. I thought that was his roll too.
no, I am reading his roll.
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
That's his
okay, yeah.
previous roll.
Sorry,
Yeah.
go for it.
And then, and weapon security, right, for the Cassini.
Yeah, weapon security for the Cassini.
I don't
And
have
then it's just the
anything
one.
that applies as a focus here, do I?
No, you're not a tactical officer.
Okay, just making sure. All right, and I got 2 successes already. 3,
Ooh.
4, 5. Can we use 2 momentum to get rid of that complication?
Yes, please.
Okay.
5 successes. Yay!
Okay, 5 successes. That was difficulty 4, so you get 1 momentum back. You do illuminate the distortion effect, and you do have a couple of seconds of clear shot at that vessel.
Okay.
Can I? Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna try and disable their engines.
Okay, just to be clear, targeting this ship is going to have a very high difficulty, even with being. I'm effectively allowing you to target it, but you're not going to have very precise. It's basically
Can I spend 2 momentum to beam back up to the ship?
No.
Ooh, can Mazoi do something?
Zoe can.
Mazoi can do something. Let Mazoi do something.
Okay. Well, Mazoi is actually on the Shiara, but he's going to fire. Because this is his thing. So.
Because I figured we have like an open communication right now.
Yeah, yes, you've got Zoom on, got the multiple channels.
The mute off and on.
Yeah. So. And that did not work like I intended. But I'll take it, and I need to do another roll. Okay, so he fires off the railgun of the Shararao, and it just barely misses.
Ooh.
And now it's their turn, and they're going to jump to warp.
Captain, do you want me to follow?
Can we follow them?
Got no way to track them.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That's right.
They're cloaked and they rotate their signature. Oh, fuck.
However, back on the planet, DeSoto has just gotten the list of known associated safe houses for the guy.
Hmm.
Oh, good. So, help me.
We've got it, Captain. Come back and pick us up, please. I'd rather not like to stay here for much longer.
Will, Mojan be joining us on the ship?
No, I think Madron's gonna have his hand full for a while. The overhead costs alone should bankrupt him.
Alright, we're swinging back around.
And before the line closes, you just hear, "I'm ruined!"
Uh,
Small victory.
So you return. You pick up your acting XO and Talus, and they return to the bridge. Like, I've got the full list. Over 30 different safe houses.
wow.
It's gonna take a while to narrow down. And you said they can cloak?
Yep.
Dang it,
And
Eric.
and rotating frequencies. So no idea where.
They only got one set of triggers. That's not enough to create a weapon.
Oh, that's good.
It's still terrifying.
It is.
One set of
Fortunately,
triggers that we know about.
and that's why we're going to be sending ships to check out all of these safe houses.
Do we even have the resources for something like that?
Well, we're not at war anymore. Anyone. We might have the resources to do it right now if I divert ships. I'll have to clear it with the Admiral when we return to Starbase. Regardless, you all did exemplary today.
I just let out like a slightly hysterical laugh.
By the way, Captain, can I see you in your ready room?
Absolutely.
So you walk into the ready room and goes, "Believe it or not, Captain, I have no interest in making you look bad in this report."
I didn't think you did. I thought you were just going to be honest.
Well, honestly, I don't know if you're ready, but then I don't think anyone is. Which leaves just one question for you. Who do you plan to be your executive officer when I leave? And I must say, I do not think it should be Lieutenant Talus.
No, I actually agree with that. Too much conflict of interest, number one.
Not even that. I'm more concerned about the general conflicts we'd see as a result.
She's just a little gun happy.
So are you.
Again, conflict of interest. No, I was thinking about Dr. Vrask.
That may not be the best option either. A physician doesn't exactly have the best time to handle it. Plus, as the executive officer and the chief medical officer, he would be privy to a lot of information that you would not be, and could compromise his judgment as a doctor.
I don't know the three newly transferred members very well. I feel like I would be making a very blind decision.
Then
And let Sehen.
well, Sehen can't hold the position
Why not?
because he's not Starfleet.
Just cross my arms.
May I make a suggestion as your acting XO?
Please.
Try each of them out to see which one would fit best.
You're kidding.
It's been known to happen.
Kirk did not pull something like this, did he?
No, this is definitely not a Kirk situation.
Okay, because I was like, that was not in any history book I was forced to read.
If this was a Kirk situation, it would end up being Talus, and then you'd have Mizoi secretly giving you information and sarking at you.
It's close enough to reality.
Yeah, we don't really need that.
All right.
And to be completely honest
worth
with
it.
you, I don't think Starfleet would be very happy if you had picked an existing member of the crew. From the original Cassini crew, I mean.
Too much. Too compromised.
Too compromised, too much emotional connection. And God knows whatever Section 31 left in your heads.
Look, I've been scanned several times. I don't have one of those exploding chips.
I mean, on a more intellectual level.
Oh. I mean, Drake is still dealing with other Catherists, so...
Yeah, and we're still dealing with Drake, so...
Blame him for all of this!
Person I really blame for all of this is dead.
Well... Who do you think I should start with, then?
Ensign Kadir is definitely not qualified. I mean, they just graduated from the academy.
I have to admit, Lieutenant Commander Paxar impressed me. That was a bold move at the bar.
And could be something that could counterbalance you, to be sure. And how do you feel about Lieutenant Cardin?
Intrigued. I mean, I haven't seen him do much but fly, and managed to talk a Ferengi into not asking for money.
That in of itself might be worth something.
I'll sleep on it.
To it. And Commander?
Yeah.
You're going to be one hell of a captain. And he extends his hand.
I take his hand. I now get why captains all start going crazy within the first year.
Oh. Let me tell you, my father was a starship captain. And have you read about him in the history books?
Have I?
He's pretty famous. Can I guess what would be a history roll for you?
Insight science, maybe?
I would say
Insight
maybe
command.
Yeah, I think Insight Command.
Okay.
Difficulty 1.
Two successes.
All right, so gain a point of momentum, even though it's useless at this point. You do actually remember him. Captain Robert DeSoto, the captain of the USS Hood in the TNG era. This guy was like... He was a contemporary of Picard, basically.
Okay.
And he had the reputation like Picard.
Oh, good.
In fact, he took an old Excelsior-class ship and got it through the Dominion War with little to no casualties.
Sounds like you and I have some history and reputation to live up to in terms of our fathers.
Why do you think I joined intelligence?
I honestly think that might have been part of the reason I did too, but I can't remember, so.
It's a thing. Well, and why do you think the Admiral sent me to evaluate you? Because no one else could.
I appreciate your vote of confidence.
I wouldn't consider it a vote of confidence. I'm not confident in anything. But I do have faith.
Well, that's close enough.
Godspeed, Captain. Permission to be dismissed?
Granted.
He just walks out the door.
Gonna wait a minute and then head back out onto the bridge and resume course back to, was it wherever we, was it
Starbase
DS9 or ESD?
No, Starbase
39 Sierra.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we're going to end tonight.
my god! That was so stressful.
Oh my god.